October 1962. The world was seconds from destruction. The Cold War wasn't cold anymore. It was a match waiting for a spark. Deep beneath the Caribbean Sea, one man held that match in his hands. His name was Vasili Arkhipov, the man history almost forgot, but whose choice saved the world. Vasili Alexandrovich Arkhipov was no ordinary officer. Born to a peasant family near Moscow, he climbed through the ranks with calm intelligence and quiet authority. By 1962, he was second in command aboard the Soviet submarine B-59, a vessel carrying one of the most powerful weapons humanity had ever created, a nuclear-tipped torpedo. Their orders were clear: patrol near Cuba. What they didn't know was that the United States had surrounded the island with warships and depth charges. The ocean around them was silent until it wasn't. 4 days, the submarine lost radio contact with Moscow. They didn't know if war had already begun. American destroyers dropped depth charges to force them to surface. To the men trapped below, it felt like the end. Captain Savitsky believed war had started. The political officer agreed. Protocol required all 3 senior officers to authorize a nuclear launch. 2 keys turned. Only one remained. In that boiling metal coffin, a single decision could end civilization. 2 men demanded retaliation, a nuclear strike on the American fleet. But Vasili Arkhipov said no. He argued that there was no proof of war, that launching would mean annihilation, that reason, not rage, must prevail. For nearly 3 hours, he stood his ground, calm, unshaken, resolute. When the captain relented, the world unknowingly exhaled. No medals, no headlines, just silence. When the submarine finally surfaced, the crew expected honor. Instead, they faced reprimand, humiliated for surfacing, criticized for disobedience. Arkhipov never spoke of that day. He lived a quiet life, commanded submarines, and died in 1998, unknown beyond his circle. It wasn't until years later that the truth surfaced. One man's refusal had prevented nuclear war. One man had saved the world, and history almost forgot his name. Power isn't always in those who command armies or nations. Sometimes, it rests in the conscience of a single, unseen man. Vasili Arkhipov chose restraint when the world demanded rage. He stood between pride and extinction and chose humanity. He never sought glory. He sought reason. And in doing so, he gave us time. Time to live, to remember, to learn. And that is why you probably still have your father's name. Do you think he was a hero or something else? This was brought to you by Legacy and Ruin. To continue seeing our videos, subscribe, like and share. Our children needs to know what happened and find meaning to what to believe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.